Hello everybody. So in this video, I'll show you how we can deploy a Kubernetes cluster over a Ubuntu node. Okay, we use Ubuntu 24 in this deployment. So first of all, I will deploy first the control plane. In another video, I will deploy also the worker node, also known as the control data plane. So let's do this. So the first thing to do is to update the packages of our node, okay, of our Ubuntu node. I will have to update the app packages, but let's go first on the root level, at the root level. So all packages should be updated in this in our node. So you may know the command, which is the apt-get update and the apt-get upgrade. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, great. Now let's install some packages that we need during our deployment and after. Okay, so those packages are vim, curl, apt, or transport https, and git, and all those packages we need it or you need them later. Okay, so let's install them. Yeah. So once done that, we have to move to the next steps. Okay, next steps. The next step will be to disable the swap. Okay, in our node. So to do that is simple. We just have to perform a swap off. Yeah. Okay, so just disable the swap in our node. And the next step is you have to activate some modules on our node. Okay, so those modules are the overlay module. Okay, and also and the bridge net filter module have to be activated. This permits us to perform the overlay communication between the different nodes. Okay, like work with different parameter to communication between the different nodes, from the worker nodes and the master node. If you have some, for instance, or some pods that should communicate between different worker nodes or between the worker node and the master node. If you deploy some pod from application pod install those nodes. Yeah. The next steps that we have to take is to activate the IP forward packages, okay, to permit to our node to be able to forward the packages. Okay. Just create the file and in the next steps I will just update the system to take into account of this new change. Okay, great. So IPv4 forward packages have been activated. So once done that, let's move on to the next steps. The next steps is to update our. So all this will update the kernel, okay, to be able to forward the different packages, okay, from the network point of view. Now we have to just to install the necessary keys, okay, that we need to update our repository. So let's do that. I have a bunch of commands that I have to do. So first, let's create a keyring folder. Yeah. Yes, and from there, I have to download how can I call it? Okay, the different keys that I will need for the installations. Okay, so let's do that. Just recall the command. Okay. And once done that, next step is to complete these steps. Great. Now, once done that, we have to install the different. I can say I have to install the different container LD software, okay, because the container engine that we intend to use is container RD, okay. You can use cry IO or something like that, but we intend to use a container RD. So we have to pass some three commands, okay, just to install the container rd.io, and after that we will also start the services, okay. Great. So next steps that we have to take is to download the public signing key for the Kubernetes package repository. Okay, so we have to download this public signing key for the Kubernetes package repositories. So let's do that. Done that, and after done that, this is okay. Now we have to add the appropriate Kubernetes apt repository. Okay, so we have to update our node repo. Okay, we have to create a new repo for the Kubernetes in our node. Okay, so let's do that. Great. If you may remark that we use this particular version of Kubernetes, okay, it is not the latest version at the moment of recording, but we intend later in this playlist, we intend to upgrade or update this version from this 30 version to 31, okay? So it is later in this course, we will upgrade this version. Great. So let's now, let done apt update. apt update, yeah. Great. Once done that, let's move to the next step, which will consist on install the different Kubernetes software, which are the Kubeadm, the kubelet, and the kubectl command. Okay, both things will be both those packages will be installed. Okay. Yeah. Just for remember, those versions will be upgraded later in this course. So this is what I'm using those particular versions, and I will be able also to show you how you can update or upgrade your Kubernetes cluster later if you intend to do that. Great. Okay. So now let's mark. Great. Next steps after done that, let's be sure we have to find out the IP address of our primary or control plane node or master node. Let me just perform something to be sure. Yeah, I have to update this etc host to pick up the right IP address for this host name. IP address 1010 40. Yeah. Great. Okay. So this is what we have to do. Just be sure that, just to remember you, the IP address of my host name is this one. Okay. So I have updated the etc host to be conformed to this IP address. Okay. So I can do host name minus I. Yeah, great. So now let's move on to the next steps. Okay, I will create the Kubeadm config.yaml, where I will have to specify the port subnets. Okay, that I intend to use for my deploy for later in my cluster. So let's create this file. The file I will name it the Kubeadm or config.yaml file. Vim or vi is up to you. Okay, so I will intend to copy and paste this particular version that I will. Okay, so the API version, it is this one of a kind. Okay, so those are the different, but let me show about the endpoint hostname. You don't have to be, yeah. You don't have to be wrong here. We'll choose the right informations. Okay. Okay, once done that, just space here. Yeah. To be sure that everything's okay. What things else? Okay, everything's okay now. I'm just performing a last check to be sure that everything's okay. Yeah. Let's ping it. Wait, okay. And after done that, okay, I will initialize our control plane. Okay, I will initialize our control plane with Kubeadm command. Okay, the Kubeadm init command will use it for to initialize our first node. Okay, so the Kubeadm or init dash site configure adm will use as in parameter the YAML file. Okay, and this thing is very important. The output command, if you intend to use the output later, don't have to forget the output. You can redirect the output to this file. Okay, so this is it. And also the Kubeadm node, don't forget of the node host name, very important. You don't have to miss this one, and everything's okay. So I can launch the deployment. Let's go ahead. It can last for 2, 3, or 4 minutes. Okay, just wait till the end. Yeah, very fast today. Okay, so this is it. So I mean, everything is okay for this control plane. I can move on. And just control over output of the file. Just be sure that the file is there. Yes. And yeah, without. Okay. So if later I install another control plane, I can use over this join command to add this new control plane node to the cluster. And again, if later I install a new worker node or data plane, I can use the join command, okay, to have this new data plane in my cluster. So this is it. So let's move on to the next step. The next step will be consist on we have to talk about the client, okay, the kubectl command, which will prevent us to interact with our cluster. Okay, so to do that, I will just go back from a non-root user. Okay, so go back to a non-root user to perform those actions, to permit us to install the different packages that a non-root user will be able to use or to interact with our cluster. Okay, so let's do that. Create a .kube folder. So I will copy the admin.conf command file, okay, to my to this new file named config file. Great. So now let's update the rights to this file. After done that, I think we are okay. You are great. If you would like to, you can try to control over output of this new file. Yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about the CNI. Okay, which kind of CNI you intend to use? In our case, we intend to use the Cilium or CNI for our cluster. This will be this one that we intend to use. So let's do it. Okay, I will show you step by step how to do that. First of all, I have to install this the Helm package. I will use the Helm software for this Cilium installation. Okay, I will just use the Helm. Okay, and from the Helm, I will download the Cilium YAML file. Okay. Okay, so once on that, let's okay, add it. So just update the Helm repository, and from there, I will just download the Cilium YAML file. Okay, which permits us to this YAML file will permit us to finalize the deployment of our CNI. Okay. Okay, so YAML file has been correctly downloaded. Yeah, great. Okay. So now I can apply this Cilium, okay, this new CNI to my cluster. Okay, so this is what I intend to do. But before I do that, I have just to perform a little bit checking to be sure that everything is okay. Yeah. So let's apply this YAML file for deployment of our Cilium CNI. Great. So everything is okay now. And for the normally everything is okay now, but I will intend to use over auto completions package to permit me to be able to execute some packages without or by using the auto completions, okay, packages. So I intend to use this one. So for auto completion, right, all user. So let's just log out and log in. Okay. And next steps after done that. Just for auto completion, I have to be sure that everything is okay for the auto completions first. Okay. Great. Now let's test the cube. Great. Okay. Okay. Get nodes, for instance. Gorgeous. Okay. So now our node is successfully deployed. Our first node of our cluster is the control plane node is successfully ready. Okay. So now let's move to the next step, so which consists on growing our cluster by adding a new worker node. Okay, so let's do that, and we'll complete that of the next steps of our deployment. Okay, so thank you very much. I'll see you to the next video. Bye from now.